Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of AskDproS Vibes, where we bring, independent artists, or they could be, solo artists as well, signed artists, upcoming acts as well, to bring them on the show, to share their journey and their story, which is so important because we need to know, their backstory, how they started, in order for us to connect with them more, and on this particular episode, I got my man here, Seph Globalboy, he's doing his thing in Lagos, Nigeria, hustling, bringing out his hits, back and back, So, Seph, we're here to share your story and your journey, and on this show, we always start from the beginning, which means, telling us how the journey started for you, how everything started for you, right from the beginning, for you, how this journey did start, man. Tell us.
Wow. It's really, first of all, it's my, I'm very honored to be here, to be on this podcast. Like, I'm very honored to be here, and it's fine, yeah. So I'm Seph Globalboy, next famous, super fabulous, hip hop, lyrical rap genius, the divinest, next rated.
Correct.
Next rated, what superstar? Yeah, what superstar? Seph Globalboy. I'm a really based artist. The journey. Yeah. So like I have been behind the scene before I actually come out to say I want to do music fully. So I've been behind the scene working with people, like progress, like you said, progress is paramount. So we'll keep progressing there. So I started the whole entertainment business as an event planner in 2012. Yeah. So from being an event planner to being a PR. So from PR to artist, being a manager, from being a manager, being a music artist, and so front line doing my thing. So professionally, 2016, I started doing this craft professionally. Recorded my first single.
Yeah, nice one, man. What a journey and a story, But for you, was it kind of like a passion, or is something you just, found yourself into based on your interest? Because sometimes we would say, oh, we're born with it, we're born with it, But for you, was it something you learned, or it was a passion right from the start?
Yeah, well, it was a passion right from the start. Like, I love music. I even when I was very, very young, like I played drums in church. So I played drums in church, but even before then, my mom will always tell me when she cooks, I'll remove this broomstick and go to the pot and just eat and play all those things, all those normal stories. Yeah. So it was a passion for me at the start, but my introduction to the music industry wasn't what I wanted, wasn't the way I wanted to be. So like the way I really came in, is not the way I planned to do music. So I write songs from a very long time. Even when I was managing artists, I write songs for them. As a manager, I write songs for them. So, and I've taken chorus, verse from some of them. So, but I never wanted to introduce myself this way at the start. So until finally,
was there any any reason for that?
Why I started? Yeah.
No. Why do you want to introduce yourself?
Because I was running a management. I was running a management company at that time where I was managing people that are doing good in their craft. And I was getting the buzz I needed to like, I was popular as a manager. So I was known as a manager when I was managing people. Like, I had my names, I had that influence. So I was seeing the bigger picture, the bigger future for it. Like, okay, I had this artist and it's doing good. So if I sign this, if I work with this and work with this, I could be that Don Jazzy thing. Don Jazzy sings too. But Don Jazzy is not, you won't categorize Don Jazzy as a music artist or so, you understand? It's the bossy kind of thing. So likewise, few other people like that. So that was my whole orientation before everything turns around to be what it is today that I'm grateful for.
Nice. But in going to music, because I know music has different parts to it. It has different elements. In going into music, what is your main? You just said you write songs. Do you produce as well?
No, I don't produce. I write songs and I record. I don't produce. So I really think I find it's good to be knowledgeable about a whole lot of things about this craft. Music is a very, very wild business, wild craft that there's a whole lot of things we need to learn about it and have idea about. Fine. So, but sometimes I think we also have a problem with that, like you trying to like be formal in everything. So just choose a very particular field where you think you want to focus and leave other things for people who are passionate about it to also do that. So I don't produce, I only sing, I rap.
Yeah, yeah. In terms of what you just said right now, like management and music as well. In terms of having a manager and trying to be signed as well. As artists, because I always have this. When I have discussions with artists in Nigeria, they always tell me, oh, some will say it's better to have a management. Some will say it's better to be just independent because sometimes you have ghost deals, and the deals are not really favorable to artists, But for you, you've been in the industry for a while now, what is your take on that?
I started as a manager before. That was my end process of getting into music. So like nobody was ever created to be alone. Adams was not created to be alone. That's why God created Eve. So you always need people. Everybody needs somebody in everything in life. So if you do not get a management or a label or an investor whatsoever that is coming into your brand to like, so it's gonna make you bigger. So it now depends on the kind of contract, the kind of deal, the kind of people you're actually relating your brand with. So, but nobody's gonna say staying alone or being alone is the best. It's just like I feel those people don't know what they're saying or what they're doing. So because actually you cannot be everywhere. So if I have a manager right now, you could represent me in some other things or some other field where I'm not present. So we could multitask. I could do a lot of things with different kind of people. So every artist, every management, everybody, every man, every woman needs somebody. So that's just it.
Yeah, but there's this thing of this fear as well. Like, oh, if I have a management, depends on your relationship with those people as well. They are scared that based on stories they've heard, maybe they would have heard stories of some management did some artists bad, and they would say, oh, I rather be alone, because the industry is big and there are a lot of stories like that as well, right?
I really don't want to believe in those. I don't really think that's a very good talk. There's no stories anywhere. There's no stories anywhere. Nobody forced anybody into anything. So you don't do things out of desperation. It's not easy to be a growing artist. Like there's whole lot of frustration in the Nigerian entertainment industry. So, and this is making so many upcoming artists so desperate. So when they get contracts, they don't bother going, they don't bother
reading it.
They don't get professional hands on those contracts before they sign. They don't, and then some of them, there's a lot of greed in Nigeria. Everybody's greedy. So, and this is one of the major reasons. Instead of paying a lawyer 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K just to interpret a contract for you, you understand, or something. So you feel, oh, because everything is rosy, you just want to go into it, you just want to dive into it. And that's why they add problems. So sometimes it's not about the label. So as I can probably tell you, most of the people that have problems with labels, 80% is their fault. It's the artist's fault. So I am not a label. I am an artist too. So,
Yep.
but I started from, I have been in both worlds. I understand how it works. So I am once a manager. I understand the terms and the expectation of what you could expect from a manager or a label. Obviously, most of the contracts in Nigeria that is going to be a label. There's a difference within having a recording contract, a record label contract, a managerial contract. But most artists don't even know these things. They don't even know all these things.
So what is the difference? What is the difference between those two contracts?
The difference is that when you're having a managerial contract, you understand. So it's for the investors to only handle everything that has to do with only your craft. They are not concerned about your personality. These are not the kind of contract that you sign and you expect people to give you a car or give you a house. Managerial contract is strictly for your craft, for your talent. So they're only about your promotion. And the basis of the percentage that comes from every total revenue generated from that talent is shared differently. You have almost the same share, or you have higher share as the artist. So, but when you're signing a record label contract, they are signing you so both your welfare, your lifestyle, everything. So they are the ones to cater for everything. These are the kind of contract that comes with a lot of sign-off fee. They care for your living, for everything about you, for the terms of that contract. And the sharing ratio is always very, very low for you as an artist because they have to provide more. So they get the lion's share of every contract while you get low. But in the case where artists had problems with labels or managing, is where they signed artists on managerial contracts. Would they give them managerial contract with the sharing ratio of making a record label? So they give them a managerial contract. After signing, then they discovered the label is actually making returns of a recording contract. So if you're giving me a managerial contract, we're supposed to share every income 50-50. After you only cater for my talent, so I have stuffs, I have things to sort out. They're not providing any other thing for me. But labels in their own senses, because they know you're desperate, so they give you a managerial contract that will only keep going to cater for your talent and everything, do promotion for your craft and every other thing. That's fine. Then after that, then they want to make income of 80-20. So they're giving the artist 20. So later, after the artist has blew up and everything like that, he discovered he's making less. So with the slavery contract, then there's a problem. So these are the real common problem in every deals that you see artists having problem with. This is the only thing. So you discovered it's getting less. Some of them get 10%. So, and by the time you're already going for shows for 4 million, 5 million, and you're getting just 500,000 from that show, or 1 million from a 5 million show. So you've gone to about 10 shows, that's 50 million. And all you're making is 5 million as the artist, while the label has actually generated 45 million naira. Then you start to bust in your head. So then you fuse at the end of the day, he's only spending 10 million to do my promotion. So why can't I do that? So that's really the issue.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But from what you said just now, what would you tell artists, to do, or advice or suggestion for them to take, in terms of, looking at contracts before they sign them, because I know you already said something about being desperate, they will just want to come out. They don't want to read the contract. They want to employ a proper lawyer to read through the contract, before they sign it, but what would be your word of advice to upcoming artists, before they even sign a contract?
Know what you want. Know what you're doing. Be sure of what you're doing. It's very, very important. Know what you want. What I want, you have to move best of same feather flocks together. You need a label. You need people that has the same vision with what you have, like what you want, where you want to be. Don't just be desperate because everything is so damn, so rough, and you feel, oh, I just need to get out of this. I just need to get out of this. So any available contract you want to jump into. Some of them actually knew all these things. But the desperation of that moment where they had before them, life was not so comfortable for them. So they just want to jump out of it. So they thought the grass is greener on the other side. So they want to jump out of it. So after everything, that is where they now see clearly like, oh, this is really not what I think. So or everybody knows what to do. But greed, and Nigerians can easily shift blames. If he's working so well right now, work hard. You understand? If work hard. The moment there is a problem now, I don't want to take the blame. I don't want to say it's my network. I want to shift the blame on you. Oh, it's a network. Oh, it's you. That's it. So it's very, very common with Nigerians, and that's really wrong. So are you making money for the label? If I'm spending $1 million, spending 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 10 million on you, how much have you made for the label? So most labels, most of the people that they pinned as a label, like I used to have a friend, I wouldn't like to mention his name. He signed a label deal. And when this label take my guy to club, they go and pop champagne. They spray money on strippers. And my guys was enjoying the boss then. He was enjoying the boss. They getting bouncers, or coming artists getting bouncers to match in the shows. But the label was filing up all these bills. So the real money they were supposed to spend on the necessary things, they were spending it on other things they consider as something else. So every bottles of drink they bought in the club, how much they bought in the club, they were filing it down. So tomorrow they are coming out to say, oh, we'll spend so millions amount of money. And he's like, what did you spend this money on? He has forgotten all the lifestyle, all the luxury he was living up and down, you understand? So that's how it works. So
I get you, Seph, man. I get you. But now you made something about spending money, and you probably spending it for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, Now it seems because you've been an artist, you've been there for quite some time now, what would you say, in terms of branding, how artists should brand themselves, because that's another important thing as well, for you to brand yourself. Your brand has to be something that speaks loud and speaks for itself. For you as an artist, how do you brand yourself?
Branding for me is just all about choosing the lifestyle, being consistent about it. There's nothing like proper branding, or there's nothing like branding is all about choosing a lifestyle and being consistent about it for me. So if you decide to dress up on rag, be steady about it. Let people know that's a rag boy. If you decide to dress on suit, I'm making illustrations, so I'm not really talking about particular dressing. That's not branding. Branding is all about how you look. So it's about what you portray yourself for other people to see. So how you want people to see you, how you want people to. So that's all about branding for me. So all those words, the Nigerians, they just make use of words as if, oh, you need to brand yourself, you need to package yourself, and most times people feel, is there any special thing to these things? So it's all about what you choose and how you choose to do your thing. For me, so that's what branding is all about for me. Branding is all about the way you. It's all about the way you, whatever way you want people to see you, whatever way you want people to portray you. Then be consistent about it. So this has to do with your looks, your appearance, your kind of sound, your kind of content you put out, the way you talk, the way you approach people, the way you approach matters. So these are all. So it's like a compound word. Yeah. So it has to do with all these things. That's it. So there's no bad branding. There's no good branding. It's all about understanding your market. So what you're singing for, like as a music artist, who are your target market, who are your target audience? How do you want these people to see you? So what are you portraying to them? So that's just it. So that's what branding is all about.
Yeah, nice one, boss. So for you, what makes you stand out? Because you just mentioned your kind of music and how how you portray yourself as well. But for you as an artist, what do you think makes you stand out? As an artist.
There's a lot of great. The market right now is saturated. The Nigerian entertainment music market is so saturated. Like there's a lot of different kind of. They're not gonna miss anybody. They are not gonna miss anybody. So that is why consistency is very, very key. So, but one of the key things that I think I could point out that makes me stand out as a music artist is that my kind of music is very, very informative, very, very educating, and as well I'm entertaining. So this is really very, very difficult to get in the Nigerian music industry right now, as saturated as we are. You only get entertained with so much sounds. Like as a music artist, we try to update our sound. So we listen to a lot of other people's sound, especially Nigerians, the top-notch artists. You listen to their song, what you listen to the albums, and you feel, wow, okay, this, okay, that, okay, that. So, but it's very, very hard to get these three components in most of the content that is coming out of Nigeria right now. So Nigerians are sounding very, very much educating and entertaining. So I can listen to music and get so much information from it right now. So in Nigeria, so these are the target features that I'm looking at putting into my sound. So when I put out any sound, I'm listening to stuff. Oh wow, he said this word. Oh, is it true? So these are the kind of thing that makes me stand out as a music artist.
Yeah, but your sound as an artist, what would you say is your genre, your sound, your kind of music? Because everybody's going like Afrobeats or the Afrofusion. There are loads of them out there now.
Yeah. Everybody needs to play the craft of it. I consider my kind of sound like Afro dance kind of music. So I do the funky kind of sound. You understand, the modern sound. So, but I put a little bit more life in it. So you must dance when you listen to my song. So I don't just give you a boring moment like you just have to listen to songwriting. Even if I'm doing a very, very low tempo kind of song, you still feel the vibe and shake your body, shake your head. So that's why I said it has to be informative, educative, and entertaining.
Nice one, man. Nice one. Nice. But right now, I know, just touching about, about Nigerian artists and what they are doing globally as well. Just a couple of days ago, Burna Boy and Whiskey, they won the Grammy, and it's kind of like a proud thing for we as Nigerian and Africans as well. For you, how did you see that moment, as an artist?
Well, it's a very, very, very commendable effort. Like it's not really easy. I know how many big top American artists everywhere in the world that are craving, dying, working hard every day just to get a Grammy, just to get nominated. Being nominated alone as a music artist for Grammy is a very, very big thing. Not to talk about winning
it, yeah,
the Grammy. So I really I really think words is not enough to really quantify the effort of those guys. Burna Boy, Whiskey, they are 1 to 3 people, and they've done a great job for the African entertainment industry as a whole. So a lot of innovations, a lot of revolutions is coming out from the entertainment industry, especially in Nigeria. So like the NSAS protest of Okina started with a tweet from a Whiskey. So being on the front line, winning the Grammy gives us more voice. So, and you can see how it all plays out. Like the entire world was like where everybody was. So it's a really big thing for Africa entirely, and most especially for Nigeria. So congratulations to all of us. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. They've done really well. But as an artist, like for you now, I know that sometimes you probably look at things around you, to kind of like, put your songs together or write your songs, but for you, what is that thing that motivates you, that inspires you to do more? What is that? What is that?
I see great things everywhere. Like one of the examples of things that makes me want to do more is what Burna Boy and Whiskey just did. Is what David is doing. So is what every other great artist are doing out there. You understand? So like I want to do more. I'm encouraged by all these people. So I give kudos to them. Everybody that is doing good in the Nigerian entertainment industry motivates me. I see them like a challenge. So I see them like a competition. So like these people are really challenging me. I could do better. I need to do better. I need to work more harder. If Burna Boy is winning Grammy for the best album in the world, do you understand? So I could do better. I could win 10 Grammy in a day. In a year, I could do better. I could. These people this is the Nigerian entertainment industry. People are bringing it from year to year, from year to year. I am part of this entertainment industry. I could take it from where they've gotten into to the next level. So these are things that motivate me.
Nice one, man. Good, man. And talking about motivation and how we encourage each other in society as well, because right now I can say for myself, I have taken this journey upon myself to like, talk to artists like you, in a way to help you guys, promote you guys as well, because I know that you guys are doing an amazing job, and you also need to be heard as well. People need to see your craft. They need to know you that, okay, this guy is existing, and this is what it represents. This is what this guy stands for. Now going to how the media, see upcoming artists, or independent artists in Nigeria, in terms of that support, giving them that support, motivating them and inspiring them. Would you say the media actually, supports you guys? Because I've heard stories of, oh, when you go to the media, like radio or TV, they always ask you for all sorts, and as an upcoming act, independent act, you don't have that budget, you don't even know how to go about that, So for me, I see that there's a disconnect there, but for you, in terms of promoting your songs, or working with media houses as well, what is your take on that? Because a lot of people have different views to that as well.
Well, the truth remains the fact that Nigerian media right now has been corrupted and bombasted with by the top artists. So they bought them. The top artists, the bigger brands bought the industry. They monetize the industry right now. So, and they make it difficult for people like me and other growing artists to survive in the industry. But the glorious thing is that there are still good people in the media. There are still great people who recognize hard work and talent in the media. The media itself is not encouraging. The media itself as a whole is not encouraging. But this is not the media's fault. Get me right. This is never the media's fault. This is the fault of the bigger artists, the top-notch artists. So like it's so saturated and it's competitive. So everybody's trying to use whatever he has to get whatever he wants. So it's very, very funny to believe that they don't just pay to get played right now. They don't pay to get airplay or to get support. They even pay to stop other people from getting airplay.
Wow.
So for you to know how it's the truth. So they don't just, there's different with me actually buying or monetizing anything for the sake of my growth. They're actually monetizing not to even allow other people grow. Who are the other people? The growing people like me and other growing artists. So it's not been easy. So they've monetized the industry and it's not so easy for us, but there are good people in the media. Still, there still believes in hard work, believes in support, believe in talent and all that like that. So
nice.
These are the people that will benefit from. These are the people that support us, that still say, oh, they're doing good. Okay. I might not be able to say stop for my station, but I can speak for my program. So when I'm on air, I have to do whatever I want to do for you. So and all these little things are really, but the truth is that I believe there is no competition is destiny. So and whenever it's your time, your clock will work without battery.
Yeah, I like that, man. Absolutely.
So no matter how or whichever way they want to do it. So glory be to God for grace. It will still speak for you. So that's it.
Yeah, but in terms of promotion and promoting your songs, how do you do that? Because, for example, I know a lot of artists, they do like cover songs for like different artists. They do that as well. They use social media and stuff like that. But for you, how do you promote your own songs?
I like one of the greatest and luckiest things for me is that I have good people. I have great fans. Like I have a very, very wonderful fan base. Yeah, so my fan base are people that are really passionate about me. They choose me first before anybody, before what we name it, before anybody in the industry, they choose me first. So
Nice.
these are the people that really believe in me. So they give their support. So when I put out my content, they do everything they can to get it to the next person. And the next person is trying to get it to the next person. And in promotion, that's one of the strongest promotions for me. So that's how I'm able to like say go up. So then like I need to do this, I need to shoot my video, I talk to 1, 2, 3 people, they come out for me. I don't have much, I can support with this, I can support with this. So like I said, they're still great people. They're still good people. So this is how I've been managing to like push my brand. Yeah. So that's it. So promoting my brand has been God, great fan base, wonderful people. That's it.
Nice. I know that, in life is a journey, you have different stories and experiences as well, But for you as an artist, and, trying to do well, connect with your audience and your fans as well, what would you say has been your greatest challenge, within the Nigerian music industry, and as an artist as well?
Now money.
my guy just talk out straight, man.
So that's I am telling you the truth. Like there's so many better ideas, so many good songs. Like I put out songs based on the acceptance of my fan base. So I have great content, different kind of music. So if you need to, for example, if you need to put out a song that need people that are highly intellectuals, people that are in London, people that are in Brixton, whatsoever way, to listen to that kind of music and say, wow, this is nice jam. You need to have enough funds to do a proper promotion that will make your music get to those people out there. So that is putting it on the right platforms where those people can listen to it. So the process of you doing that requires fund. So fund has been the greatest challenge that I've ever had in the music industry. And I think that's been the major challenge for most of the people. So because it's not easy. Like I said, everything is monetized. You can't get out there without, you have to pay for everything. Every damn thing in the music industry right now, you have to pay.
Wow.
So that's it. So
wow. But
money
apart,
has been the
now,
greatest challenge.
yeah. Now that you mentioned money, but apart from you doing music and recording as well, are there other things you do on the side as well? Because I've had stories of people that have like side hustles, for them to just be able to, fuel their career and their passion, for them to make sure that this passion is still growing? You understand? Are there other things you do on the side as well for you to
Yeah,
be able
it's
to,
a very it's really a very good one, especially in this country right now. So even bankers and other people are also trying to do other things. So I have other dreams. I have other things I want to do. So I have plans of what 1, 2, 3 things I want to do, other side business I want to do. But for now, I strictly do music, just music for now. So.
Okay, nice. So strictly do music, which is great, and there are loads of great artists out there in Nigeria as well, But is there any artist you say to yourself, oh, I want to work with this artist, or this artist motivates me, this artist is the artist I look up to, which artist is that,
Not like I look up to anybody in the industry, but I want to work with a lot of people. There are a lot of people that are doing great. Like there's so many bigger artists, so many better artists. There's so many upcoming artists, people you don't even know, people that I know, like I know they are really good, and I really want to work with them. So there are so many of them. But as long as you're doing great, and I know that you have a great fan base that will impact my career, definitely I want to work with you. So that's it.
Oh, nice, good, like that. And this question I want to ask now is a question that it get thrown out a lot, even to all these top OAPs and within the media as well. The music artists, the male artists and the female artists, for me, from what I see that there's a great disconnect there. What is your take on how they see those two different, artists in Nigeria, the male artist and the female artist? Because there's always the saying that, oh, they don't really give the female artist much chances, they don't give them much promotion or much airplay, nobody wants to hear them, it's always the male artist, because it's a male dominated industry. I don't know, but for you as an artist, what is your take on that? Because you probably come across female artists as well. What is your take on that?
There is the female artist. Obviously, in everything in Nigeria, the females get more benefits than the male. No matter how difficult it might seem for most of the female artists that they feel is getting so difficult for them to get anything done, it's getting extra for the male artists to get it done. So, like, the industry is not favorable to anybody, but at least to an extent, there's a leverage for you being a female artist, because female gets much more audience, more reception than the male artist. I can probably tell you, if I go to any shows to print for a performance with a female artist, and we're both looking good, they will first consider her than I do. Not because they've listened to our content or anything, but because she's a female. She's a lady. So they really want to do that. But it's not fair to anybody, because the same thing. So the fact that it's a male-dominated artist does not mean it's easier for the males that are getting it done. Yeah. In short, as a matter of fact, what a female artist would do in 2 would take me 5 to do it. So, but the issue about it, while the female might be saying it that way, is because I am going to put extra in quickly getting my 5 done than she is ready to do for 2. So that's it. So it's not fair to anybody, and I don't really think it's favorable to the male than the female. For me, I don't think so.
Yeah, nice, man. Nice conversation so far. If you look at the songs you've released, your collection of songs, your catalog, what song do you think stands out for you out of all your collections? Like now, someone's listening to you now and say, "Oh, Seph, I want to listen to this song." This is a song. What song would that be?
Well, it depends. I actually like all my songs, but the one that I think really do good for me so much and really do so much music for me is 7 Days. So 7 Days, and that's my first official single that I'm singing. It's my 7th single.
Okay.
And the title of the song is 7 Days.
Okay. So there's a reason behind that, yeah?
Yeah. So then most of my songs I rap. I'm a rapper. So, but in the industry, you have to be versatile. Like, and for someone like me, I always learn to try to do new things. So I go to my producers. I can even tell my producer I want to start singing blues. Like I don't just sit on my comfort zone. I go extra.
Yeah.
So I go extra. So I'm like, come on, I need to be versatile. I can do this. So, and we actually work on that song 7 days as my seventh single. So, and the jam was till date. I'm blessed. Yeah.
Nice, bro. Nice one. If you were to, go back in time, like, look at your career back now, your journey back, would you change anything? What is that thing that you would change? You said, if I go back in time now I know better, I won't make the decision, I'll take this step, I will do something else. What would that be?
If I had known, sincerely speaking, I would have started music long ago.
Wow, nice.
Longer than this, yeah. I would have started this longer than this. I would have spent so much energy that I spend on other people on myself.
Mm.
So yeah, I would have used so much influence, so much of other things that I've done in the past for people. So, but still no regret, because if they don't disappoint me, if they don't turn me down, if they don't betray me, I might not be here. Yeah. So no regret though. But if I had known, if I ever have to, I would have loved to start this long ago.
Yeah, it's true. It's all part of your journey and your story, because in life, when we meet people, there's always a reason for meeting somebody. Maybe it's good or it's bad, but there's always a lesson behind everybody we meet, because is it that the lesson probably going to make you stronger, or probably make you make better decisions, and it's true. You're right, which is great. If a young artist now, male or female, comes to meet you and say, "Oh, bro, I know you've been in this industry for a long time now. I've been watching you. I also want to get into this industry as well as a recording artist. What would be your advice to that person? Based on what you know and what you've seen in the industry."
Well, I have my three keywords, and these words are what's keeping me, my personal self going. So it's my strength, and it's the same thing I say to everybody. So number one, you have to know, and you have to be very, very sure about, is that there is no competition in destiny. There is no competition in destiny. So,
Nice.
so you have to understand that first. Number two, when is your time? Your clock will work without battery.
I like that.
So there is no reason why you have to look for other people, or you don't have to rush yourself too much. So life is a process. You need to take it gradually and just be focused, be steady in what you're doing, and be prayerful. So number three that I would tell anybody, you understand, believe so much in God and move closer to God, or believe so much in Satan and move closer to Him. Anyone you choose. So that's just test. Those are the three things I need to tell anybody in life generally, not just music. So if you want to do anything, you have to understand that there's no competition in destiny. When is your time? Your clock will work without battery. So if you keep doing it and it's not working, just means no yet your time. Keep doing it to work. Then you need to understand the fact that there is spirituality to it. So you need to keep praying. So if you believe in God, move closer to God, pray properly, pray so well, pray hard. And if you believe in Satan, go to him, move closer to him, do everything he needs you to do. So those are the two ways that you can get everything you want in the industry.
Nice. It's been a nice conversation so far. I like all the answers. And your journey so far as well. What is that one thing? If you were given a chance, to change in the Nigerian music industry, what is that thing and why?
One thing I would like to change is I'm just going to put more effort in making people recognize more talent. So than try to siphon or whatever you want to get in exchange of it. So I'm going to put an end to monetization so it can make life generally easy for everybody. So most of the things that happen in the Nigerian industry right now are not coming based on merit. They're coming based on influence.
Who you know?
So based on influence, and that is really affecting the pride of the whole hard work of some other people. So which is not right, which is not so, which is never supposed to be so. So if I had the chance to change anything, I think I would put more effort in making merit and hard work pays more better than influence.
Absolutely, bro, man. It's been a wonderful journey, man. Like that, if you guys want to get in touch with you, your fans, new audience as well, where's the best place for them to get in touch with you?
I like to build relationship without war with my family. So I'm not the kind of artist that form or something. So you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Twitter, all social media at Globalboy Seph. The Global Boy spelled GLOBALBOYSEPH. Global Boy Seph. Yeah, and on all social media, you can talk to me on WhatsApp or whatsoever, just contact me. So just DM me, follow me, and follow back everybody. So
Yeah, yeah. It's been a nice one, bro. So guys, there you go. Our main global boy here has come here, drop some bombs, and giving us some key indications to take away, how you want to get into the music industry in Nigeria, what the music industry is saying, his motivation, you know, and what he likes to get out of music as well, So guys, there you go. Go follow him, he's doing an amazing job out there, And bro, man, supporting your craft, man, 100, man. You're doing an amazing job, doing a great job, And thanks again for the time, man. I know now time is very delicate. Everybody's, doing their own thing based on what's going on, but you were still able to give me your time, which I'm grateful for, Thanks, bro, for this, man.
I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be on your platform.
Yeah.
And don't let me forget to tell you, you're so handsome presenter.
Thanks.
Mozo, I'm just appreciating
No worries. No worries, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thanks. And for you guys, I want to get in touch with us, we're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube as well, it's AskDproS Media TV. Anything AskDproS, we are there, So guys, there you go, man. Bro, man, it's been an amazing conversation, man. Like that, man.